got the Warriors in the place. And you know this. So we rolling on back to the Hong Kong book of hot food.
Hot food.
Chicken and
Better known as the book of Proverbs. Proverbs. We got our Proverbs 2 and 7. Someone wants to read it for me?
He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly.
Oh man, we've been on that for a good little minute, right?
Right. Yep.
Yep. How many been saying that's part of the commandments? Yep. You're supposed to be looking in the mirror and saying it.
For that mirror.
It makes you think, have you looked through the heart of your soul? It's something about looking at your own self in the eyes. And
Yeah,
trying to
it's freaky.
speak to you. It really messes with you. And you can't think. But,
yes.
it is something, man. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. And he is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. And we know that sound wisdom means what? Success.
Yes.
I heard one person, sound wisdom, we know it to mean what?
Success.
Success. We're talking about success with the sound wisdom, everything we do and say. And he lays that up for the righteous. He stores that up, keep that for the righteous, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I said right.
Right. Yep.
Believe it.
Okay.
And it said he is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. We know the buckler to mean a shield, and what's the other one?
Protector.
A shield and protector of the righteous. And we've been talking about those who walk uprightly. Those who walk uprightly, which means what?
Integrity.
Integrity. Thank you. Those who walk in integrity. Integrity is what?
Doing the right thing.
Right time.
Yes.
Honesty, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes.
And let's not forget about completeness. Doing what you're supposed to do. As you grow up, you get new assignment, you get more assignment, and you do it.
Yes.
I heard one commercial say that you can tell how much someone has matured, a child matured, by how they clean themselves. And it was talking about toilet tissue.
Yes.
And then I heard Elder Linnell, and she was talking, and she said, the best we could do, according to scripture, is as filthy rags. And filthy rags, that term is talking about the rag they use when a woman's having that time of month. And it's saying the best you can do compared to y'all in your own strength is like that dirty rag. You look at that, and then you think about it, it said, integrity is completeness. You cleaning yourself up.
That's good.
You're not no longer need a diaper. You're getting better. You're doing things that you're supposed to do. Amen?
Amen.
Anybody see that? Okay, I was just wondering, did you hear me just say it?
Yeah.
Them that walk uprightly, them that are full of integrity or using their integrity. Well, a lot of times we have stuff that we don't use. Like for as long as we're talking about faith in the other class. And a lot of people didn't know faith was a tool. They didn't know they had to use it. They thought it was just going to happen. Thinking that you got integrity is just like thinking the grass going to cut itself without nobody getting out there cutting it.
That's true.
You got to do something.
Yes.
And then it becomes a reality. People don't want, when they repent, they don't want to say it
Yes.
because it costs them something.
Yes.
When they say it, then it is a reality.
Yes.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So when you accept what Yeshua did, you are to say it.
Yes.
And then you are a witness to the things that he have done. So when you start doing stuff in your life, you're supposed to testify. A lot of people don't understand that. That's how you overcome the enemy, through your testimony.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
And so as we live uprightly, as we do what y'all tell us to do, we develop testimonies, we develop sayings, we start looking different and talking different, we start being different. There is no way you can say that you have matured and you still You know, one of the things that the Spirit does is deal with cleanliness. And you live like a nasty, dirty thing and all this and that, you need some help. And it ain't because you don't know what to do, it's just you're not doing it.
Yep.
And that's the same, you're not cleaning up, it's just like when you laying there and you're not saying your commandments. If you can't push to get up when the Spirit telling you that's the Spirit talking to you. Telling you to do the commandments. If you can't get up and push it then, you ain't gonna get up to push to clean up. What you have to do is that same feeling. Man, I don't feel like getting up. Well, you get up anyway.
Right.
Man, I don't feel like cleaning. Well, you clean anyway.
Yeah.
And you don't complain, do it. I've often learned that when things hit me that I don't want to do, that I know I have to do, I often learn that I'll do it. If I sing a song, giving y'all praise, you know, if I rap, giving y'all praise, if I do things to give him glory, then it's not that bad.
That's true.
Even submitting, sometimes I don't want to submit, and I just, you know, I start singing a song.
Yep.
And sometimes old songs just come out of you. Even nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody but Jesus. You know, oh, so I really do, and it gives me strength. Because I know he inhabits the praises.
Yes, he
And I
does.
make up songs. You can look at me like I'm stupid, but I make up songs and I just start singing.
Yep.
You know, yes, ooh, I don't want sweetest flow. There was dirt down there, and I'm not a nasty person. I hate this dirt. I hate this dirt. I hate this hair. I hate sweeping up, and I don't care. I don't care. I'm sweeping anyway.
What?
But I don't care. I just keep going with it and do what I got to do.
Always.
I'm tired now, so I'm gonna sit down, gonna look around and see what else needs to be done. Need to be done.
Yep.
People say, well, you're crazy. I do what y'all tell me to do.
Amen.
I don't worry about other people because I'm busy praising them.
Amen.
It's the truth, anybody hear me out there?
Yeah.
Oh, so we've been learning about this thing, this thing called uprightly. We've been learning about how to live in integrity. And the two is all the way over, somebody say all the way over.
All the way
All the way over, all the way to the example that the Father gave us in Yeshua, Matthew, what is it, 15? What is it? 18. Let me break out my glass. That's a shame.
Yes, it is.
I was sitting up in the house, trying on the preview guide, and I couldn't see nothing. I ain't recognize nothing up there but a, what was it, S or
Yes.
2 or something.
Nothing.
The whole screen, man, I watched the TV, I just hear guys who was on, everything went blurry.
Boy,
I'm like, is something wrong with the TV? What is
that's messed up.
I'm squinting. Ooh. I put the glasses on. I can see. Oh my goodness. Wow. I can't see.
Man.
Reality.
So now I have to put them on more and more if I want to really, really see. And you know, the TV ain't like it's little.
Yeah, it's kind of
That's a shame. I can't see the overs. I turned around. I said, "Can you see that?" He did this.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a shame. Both of us can't see.
Yes.
We don't know what's on. We just want to click the channel and see if we recognize that.
wow.
What?
They're transforming the movie. I said, he dies. I said, Miss Frank dies.
Uh-oh.
Spoiler alert.
We'll turn the TV. I was watching them this morning. You know, he had the mold transformer.
Yes.
I was like, yes. And the Optimus went to fighting. And my mind went to rewind it.
No.
Something about this I don't like.
Bad
He
memory.
died!
Oh,
No!
that'd be Lion King, man. promise.
You can't have a transformer without frying. I turned the TV. The Dinobox was losing. You Dinobox don't lose.
What's
What
that?
is this? Destructobot destroying everything. Okay, kill Destructobot. Dinosaur transform to your dinosaur people.
Yes.
And transform and get big together.
Yes.
Miss Prime said, everybody was dying. Prime said, I must stop this at all costs. Man, somebody went to running over people. I said, yeah, this is rated R. All my years watch Transform, I ain't never seen Prime run over nobody. Prime ran everybody over on purpose. They were showing from his point of view. The Transform people be running. And slap over. And exploded from that truck and went there flying in the air and shot and killed about 5 on. No.
Wow.
I said, get him, Prime. Yeah, that's all something that reminded me. He got stuck in the stomach. And my mind went, wait a minute. Prime dies. This is not good.
It's
amazing. But anyway, we over here in Matthew 6 chapter. Spoiler alert, yes, Yeshua dies, but he rises again.
That was funny on so many levels. I'm so man. Serious spoiler alert.
So we're here in Matthew 18. We've been learning about how to be humble.
Yes.
And we stopped on number 4. And it reads, somebody read it for me.
Man.
Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
I said, right quick, what is this little child got to do with anything? What do we learn about the little child?
It's for the children.
The little child is, Yeshua broke it down for his disciples and called a little child over and said that he was explaining to him how we first have to be converted and become like this little child. And we learned a lot about the little child, that he's got a lot of attributes that I'm going to look at my notes and get right now. He's the greatest in the kingdom, because they were asking him who's the greatest in the kingdom. He's humble. We were talking about the mindset of the child, and that's the mind that we need to have. And the child hears and obeys because Yeshua called him and he came. And a whole bunch of other things that we talked about this particular child, because he stood out from the rest.
Amen. Anybody want to add to it? Come on, give me a hand. Give me a hand. Anybody want to add? Say something. But he did a great job on this one. He just about listed all the attributes that I wanted you guys to focus on. Oh, that's my shaky. It got me because it was right here. But anyway, it says here that the little child, because remember, in order for us to enter into the kingdom of heaven, he said you got to be converted as this little child. And that what makes the little child important. Because in order for him to be a buckler for us, in order for him to be that shield for us, he said we have to be converted as this little child. And then he started talking about the attributes of the child, which once you want to name most of them. Greatest in the kingdom, humble, got the mind that we're supposed to have, blind obedience, shama, hears and obeys, trusting. I got hears and obey, and also put in parentheses teachable. It's trusting. Yeshua says one in doing. In other words, Yeshua said you do it unto him, you do it unto me. And the little child was called out. These are special things about that little child that we ourselves need to be. We of course were called out because he called us when we got saved. You can't get saved unless you're called.
Amen.
And we're trying to see how we can be the greatest in the kingdom. So we have to come as this little child. So all these things we're learning how to be humble, get his mindset. That's a shame you got to learn how to get the mindset of the little child.
Yeah.
Blind obedience, in other words, God tells us to do it, we do it. Hearing and obeying.
Yes.
Shama, that's what we do, Shama. you're teachable. Some people don't know what teachable means. If you ever had somebody that's unteachable, you'll quickly know what teachable
Yes,
is.
sir. Man,
Teachable
yes.
is someone who takes what you teach them and use it.
Right.
Unteachable means someone who takes what you give them and don't use it.
Right.
Yes.
They don't understand that this is what you need. It don't connect to them that, hey, this is why I learned it. They're unteachable. It's not that they can't retain the teaching.
Right.
That's deal with retardation or some kind of something wrong with the brain when a person can't retain your teaching or don't understand what you're saying. Because you got to communicate. If they're not able to communicate with you and you're speaking the same language, then something must be wrong
Yes.
in that gap. So if you understand my words and I'm speaking to you, and you hear what I'm saying, and you don't do what the things that I'm saying because you don't want to or because whatever reason, then you really become unteachable.
Right.
Those are people that usually develop a reprobate mind. Those are people, because when you do one thing wrong, it gets easier and easier to do the other stuff.
Yep.
I tell people all the time, if you miss once, it gets easier
Yeah.
to miss again and again
Yep.
and again. It gets so much easier and pretty soon you don't care. And then you in rebellion don't even know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Wow.
Because you let how you feel decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I never let my feelings decide for me what I'm going to do. I learned that a long time ago. I don't look at how I feel and then decide.
Right.
I pray and then listen. And then what the Father tells me to do, that's what I do.
Oh man.
That's on the real.
That's good.
Because when you start listening to your feelings, I mean, you can feel like, your feelings is like the wind.
Yep.
Sure enough.
You can be on watch a bad movie and then be upset.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's boy, that's
So you can be not ate something and you grouchy.
Yeah.
You can't go by your feelings.
That's
Oh,
the
man.
truth.
That's one thing about me. You'll see anybody who been on me for a while know this. I really don't care what you feel about it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't care because it don't mean nothing.
Yes. It's the truth.
Boy.
Man.
But Pastor, I feel, well, that's nice you feel that, but I really,
That is.
really,
Yes.
I really don't care. It's
Man.
not going to help this problem.
Yes.
It's not going to help you, so let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
That's nice you feel that way. But we ain't going to go by that. This is what the word says.
Oh man.
You on this?
This is what's going on, and this is what, if you want to prosper, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
Especially if you up under me. I ain't gonna say this, you might want to do this. No, this is what you should do. If you do this, you shall prosper. If you don't do this, you're not gonna prosper.
It's true.
That's the bottom line. And I see people start and they don't finish it, and then they wonder why they're not prospering.
Ooh-wee.
They don't even know why they have the definition of prospering. They don't even know what prospering is.
Man.
And then they step and look at me pitiful like Jack gonna change his mind all of a sudden.
Exactly.
He is not gonna change his mind. He said he is not sitting up looking down and said, well, I'm gonna give you a break. No, everybody else had to go through it.
Yep.
You're gonna have to go through it.
It's the truth.
Just suck it up and do it.
Suck it up.
That's the truth in it. I remember, boy, the Father put me through so much stuff, man. I was like, well, at least I ain't have to go through that.
Yeah.
Bam now.
And I'm shutting up.
Yep.
And he said nothing.
Yep.
By the time you say it seemed like that's the ghost stick.
Yep.
It's the truth.
It is.
And people don't understand this, so they start out strong, running that race. You get halfway around the track. You ain't gonna make it, bro. You run that 12-minute run. You run that 12-minute run, and every year I used to make it.
Uh-huh.
Cause we ran it on the track.
Yeah.
My senior year, they wants to run it on grass.
Oh.
Boy.
Wow.
And my mind couldn't gauge what was what. And I wasn't in tip-top shape like I normally am, but I know I could have passed 12-minute run. I ain't gonna be on running. There's a difference in running on grass
Yes, it is.
and running on the track.
It's a huge difference.
I was like, I went one time and I said, I am not going to make it.
Wow.
I knew in my mind that I wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
So I stopped trying. I
Wow.
kept running, but I didn't push it.
Mhm.
Because something new happened, I didn't like it, And I wasn't gonna push myself and kill myself.
Oh, that's real.
If we'd have been on the track, I'd have ran into no problem. And that's how we do, man. Something unexpected happened. We
Yeah.
think we don't have to do what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
That's true.
Yep,
That's true.
And guess what happened? The next morning, I had to get up early
yep.
and run 12-minute run.
Yep.
And you ran it until you made it.
Wow.
They ain't gonna look at you and say, they're not supposed to.
Mhm.
Look at you and say, okay, that's enough. No, you get your hips around and you run till you get in shape. You know, some coaches, they used to let the players do that. No, you can do it. And I realized that. And see, we used to run the 12-minute run, and like we ran on track, we running together. The DBs would run with the receivers, and they just run. To them, that's just ballet.
Yep.
They laughing and playing, yeah.
Yep.
Whee! Spin around in circles and running backwards and
Cartwheels.
oh yeah. Nothing to them. We still up there running. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna say something. Next year we going first. I'm not gonna be sitting here torturing, watching these little no weight little jits
Yes.
around. They like, so they finished. They going in. And then linebackers run with the tight ends. They struggle a little bit. So you look at me like, it's like you're a wildebeest. You know who ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. You got a little bit too much blood in the front.
Oh
You gonna make it. And so then it's our turn. And we had a dude named Steve Spears. Steve Spears, and he was in front of me. And by the time count was over, we were side by side. He could play playing time. And so I had never seen Spears before. Never seen him run.
Yeah.
But that was my sophomore year. Freshman year, you don't have to run. It was my sophomore year. I had been playing. I was his biker. And now Spears was all American. He wasn't no joke. But he was built like a ridiculous.
Yes.
I'd never seen nobody built like that.
Yeah.
It's like somebody took a block, and took some toothpick and stuck them on his leg, and toothpicks and stuck them on his arm, and gave him a head. And so he came out there. He had some shorts on, up under the short. He had a little tights on.
Yeah.
He had a little long little thing going out his leg. He stretching like he a track runner.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
I looked at our boys and I said, you ain't gonna make it. I got with the laughing crew. He ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. They blew that with the Spears took off. Pew! And I'm running. I got my little pace going. I'm like, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. Lap 2 came around. He's still going. Pew!
Wow.
Oh, he way up there. He ain't gonna make it. He like a half a lap in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm leading the crowd. I'm like, he ain't gonna make it. He gonna get tired sooner or later. Round 4 came around. Pew! That's a mile, 4 times around. He's still on.
Wow.
Running. I said, well, he gonna make it. He gonna make it. 6 times. We had to run 6 times, mile and a half.
Wow.
He ran. Boom. He died there. Talking to the coach. He got his shades on. How y'all doing? We came in. He over there chilling.
Yeah.
Did not know the cat was a long distance runner. That's what he do.
Wow.
And smoking a cigarette.
Wow.
What?
And he had long. I mean, I'm serious. That joker, he could run all day and night. He ain't know. I never seen him get tired. In my
Wow.
life. I think it's one time I seen him tired.
Yeah.
Like he don't get tired. And I could not believe it. And you know what that shows me? You just can't go by the outward appearance.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
He ran circles around us. I mean,
Wow.
long distance run, he got it. He could do it all day and night. And he could play football.
Wow.
The way he played was so different than everybody else. You know, we supposed to lock up on the line. Not him. He was twinkle toes. He just stand right there. They come in, he just move out the way and run and make the tackle. All he did, he made all the
Wow.
crazy
Wow.
stuff. But he was a great player.
Yeah.
And see, that's how it is in young. You don't know who's gonna make it. You looking around. They ain't
Yeah.
gonna make it.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of reading, study, and training they
Yeah.
get.
Oh man.
They don't look like you. They ain't got the big muscles.
Oh,
They ain't
man.
got they Bible, they don't have they study, they don't have their eat sword, they don't have no, they ain't gonna make it.
Boy.
Never know.
You never know. That's
Yeah.
right.
All day.
So we need to stop basing what we doing on what everybody else do.
That's true.
If I had tried to run with spears, my tongue would have fell out.
Yeah.
What?
Oh man. There is no way I could have ran with that man. The next time I saw Spears in my life was at 7-Eleven. I was in there buying a drink, and he was in there learning how to do something. He worked with the
Yeah.
7-Eleven, whoever made the 7-Eleven stores or whatever. He was in there, he had graduated college and everything. And I asked him, why he travel for pros? He said, because he didn't want to play pros. He
Wow.
said, the only reason I play college ball is to get through school.
Wow.
Man was an All-American 2 years in a row. You know, he could have went to the pros, could have at least got a tryout.
Yeah.
He don't want to do it. And that, now they go with that tell you, man, a lot of people, they be thinking they know what's in a person's mind.
Yeah.
I seen, when I was at the Miami Dolphins, his name is Sim. You know, he had Richmond, I don't know anybody know the history of the Dolphins. They had this outstanding tackle named Webb.
Mm-hmm.
And Richmond Webb. And I used to kick his butt in practice.
Wow.
I did. When it comes to pass blocking, they ain't have nobody there that could stop me. But in regular play, he used to murder me.
Yeah.
He was big, strong, quick. And they brought in a tackle. His name was, I cannot think of his name. I used to call him Sims. And I'm telling you the truth. This guy was ridiculously smart. He already had his degree in 4 years, and he was going back for his master's. And so he left training camp
Wow.
to go back to get his master's. He had to take a test.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not supposed to leave camp.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, bump them, I will pay the fine or whatever, but
Yeah.
I want to get my master. He said, only reason I'm here is because my coach made me come.
Wow.
And he told me it'd be good money for me to start off. He was working, he already had a job for NASA.
Wow.
What's up?
Super. So you see him on the field, you be like, they're just a big dumb football player.
Yeah.
You can't judge that book by its cover.
All day.
But I looked, and he was like a big round bowling ball. He had no muscles. And I was like, who you gonna block?
Yeah.
And that cat made all pro.
Wow.
He was all pro. I mean, he was about 6'2", every bit of 380.
Yeah.
Great.
And I don't know how he moved, but he was quick and fast, and he was super smart. And so you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yes.
You can't judge it. So we need to get that out of our mind.
Yes.
And if y'all say we can do it, we need to do it.
Thank you, Father.
We keep telling ourselves we can't do it. We can't humble ourselves. I can't take that. I'm not going to do that. That ain't the way it works. All right?
All day.
Now listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to hear that.
Now, we go back here and it says that we were stuck on humble. We had some things to read. It said, whosoever shall receive, well, at 4 it said, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same as great in the kingdom of God. Because they will receive one such little child, receive, little child, my name received me. And we was dealing with humble. Y'all remember that, right?
Right.
And we had some stuff we had to read. We had Matthew 5:3. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, we went over that.
Let's holler it again. Matthew 5:3.
I don't have it either.
That wasn't the homework. We just went over it.
Oh.
What's up, Forest Street?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And blessed, and 5 and 5 said, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, poor in spirit, we talk about this,
Yeah.
poor in spirit, and those who are way down, they ain't got a big head. A lot of people don't read it like that. And that's a lot of what's talking about. Blessed are those who ain't sitting up with a big head. And blessed and the meek is those who have humbled themselves. Now, I want you to see that because he said, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And blessed are the meek, because they're going to inherit the earth. And we talked about that. But I want you to look at that one word, blessed. Blessed. How remember what, yeah, I remember what I said about poor in spirit. What I said, Master Mark, tell them what I said.
Poor spirit is that you're not trying to exalt yourself. You're keeping yourself down. You're not raising yourself too high.
And I don't remember what I just said about the meat. What even last time, what did I say about the meat? What is the meat? Go ahead.
Those who humble themselves.
Yeah, humble yourself, lowering yourself. Are you with me?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the same word.
Yeah.
Same word they used over in Matthew. But anyway, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Blessed are the meek, blessed are the born. Blessed are they that mourn, blessed are the meek, blessed are they which all this blessed. We read it and we jump over it. I heard one person say today, that blessed means more than happy. Because they say happy, like everybody on drugs. Everybody get it. Well, it said, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. That's the first thing he said out there, standing out of the mouth. And poor in spirit, like I said, now you picture someone, who don't have, or who's not exalting themselves. Not that they're like they were born with the ability to think, or they was born with, but they have decided to exalt themselves. Are you with me?
Yes.
But theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Now I want you to see that word. Look at that word blessed there. We look at it, the definition in Tyler, it said blessed and happy. Like blessed and happy. So that's where they get it from. In Strong's, you got, go down there and say, supremely blessed. Blessed. By extension, fortunate, well off, blessed, happy. Supremely blessed. Somebody say blessed.
Blessed.
Now look at that word blessed. B-L-E-S-T. Now I want you to see how important this is. Look up blessed, and it means, everybody got it? We're going on out of the Webster Dictionary.
Yes.
Go ahead, read what it means. B-L-E-S-T.
Made happy, making happy, cheering.
So it says here, that word right there, blessed. It says when you're poor in spirit or meek, you are blessed, but supremely blessed.
Yes.
Are you with me? And you said, well, you supremely making someone happy. Now that's the difference in I'm just giggling all over the
Yes.
place. Are you with me?
Yeah, that's cool.
And also says cheering.
Uh-huh.
Now, first thing hit my mind when I read cheering was praise.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when you cheer, that's sort of like a praise.
Yeah.
Our team is red hot, your team is dead hot. Our team is R-E-D-S-H-O-T, because when we stop, we can't, we stop red hot. Red hot.
What's wrong with y'all? Oh man. Don't ever do this.
Real good, I've got a whole lot of soul.
Why you still going? Oh man.
Na 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 na. Hey! Na 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 na. Hey!
Nope.
Well, that's some old shit.
Not okay.
And so they be out there cheering for a reason.
Yes.
Cheering for a reason. Say cheering.
Cheering.
How you how blessed are the poor in spirit? Cheering are the poor in spirit? What does that mean? Let's look at cheering for a second.
Okay.
Cheering are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Someone who has lowered themselves. Y'all hear me? Someone who's lowered themselves and not exalting themselves. They are a cheer. They are a blessing to y'all.
Yes.
They are cheering y'all.
Yes.
Cheering, definition, giving joy or gladness. Cheering. Enlivening, encouraging, animating.
Oh yeah.
So enlivening, encouraging, animating. Now you look at the word blessed again, it looks a little different, I know.
Yes.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom. Blessed are those who give y'all cheer, who
Yes.
are cheering for y'all,
Mhm.
for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they who are on y'all's team. You know, when we went, we had cheerleaders go with us.
Yes.
They was on the team.
Yes.
You mess with the cheerleaders, you mess with us.
Yes.
You mess with the band, you mess with us.
Yes.
We are all one unit.
Yes.
Cheery.
Yeah.
And they used to cheer.
Mhm. That's good. Yes.
Look at giving, joy, gladness, enlivening. So cheering is enlivening. Enlivening. Now what does enliven mean? You look that up. Look that up. It means giving life.
Wow, that's good.
So y'all was cheering when he made man.
Wow.
He did. Everything he made gave life to him. He said, it is good.
Yes.
That's
He
true.
was cheering.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what you hear.
Yes. Animated.
He had
Shut up.
cheered for his creation.
Yes.
He
Wow.
put a stamp on it called good.
Yep.
Yes.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Giving life, spirit or animation, inspiriting, invigorating, making vivaciously, springly, or cheerful. That blessed look a little bit different, I know. Supremely blessed. So we see he was giving life. Giving life are the poor in spirit. Ain't that something?
Yes.
Giving life are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Giving life are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom. Giving life is they are mourned, for they shall be comforted.
Wow.
Someone said giving life.
Giving life.
I'm going somewhere good. Spirit or animation. Somebody said animation.
Animation.
I knew the animation was going to be alright. And I know when I saw animation, I was thinking of Shane and William T. and how they make all these things animate, all on computer. It gives life to the computer, create life. And I looked at the definition, and it shocked me.
Oh.
I looked at the definition of animation, and it says infusing life.
Infusing.
Infusing life, the act of infusing life. The state of being lively, brisk, full of spirit and vigor. As he recited the story with great animation. So you are full of life. Said, blessed are the meek. Full of life are the meek. Full of life are the poor. They are cheering for Yah.
Wow.
They are full of life. They are alive. So they are good.
Yes.
The act of infusing. Somebody say infusing.
Infusing.
Infusing life. So what in the world does infusing mean? Pouring in. Instilling. So an animator instills life into his creation.
Yeah.
Yah created us and he poured in life.
That's
He
good.
did it by breathing. He breathed in us the breath of life.
Yes.
And without that breath of life, we cannot exist.
Yes.
Got it.
So blessed are the poor in spirit because they infuse life. It said infusing life. All of y'all hear me? He had our stuff together. You mix it up into a big pot, and that bless look a little bit different.
Yeah, dude.
Viciously is one of the words.
Vivacious.
Yeah, vivacious for enlivening. You look up vivaciously and it says lively, active, springly in temper or conduct. Long lived. Long lived. Long lived.
That's on the vivacious.
And the vivacious. Long lived. Having vigorous powers of life. as vivacious, whatever, plants. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Long-lived are the poor in spirit. They cheering for you. In other words, they speak your life. They are long-lived. They are full of light. They're not sitting around in a dark corner. Ooh, poor me. Are you listening to me?
Yep.
You see all these things that I put into that word bless?
That's a lot of things.
That's the truth anyhow.
That's a lot of things.
They are strengthened. Somebody say strengthened.
Strengthen.
On that definition there, it was strengthened. Are you here?
Oh, man. Take it easy.
So they give strength to those that are around them. Are you with me?
Oh, man.
They have strength, they have power, they have graciousness. So we see all that right there for those that have humbled themselves, the poor in spirit, those that are meek, they shall inherit the earth. So now we don't feel so sorry for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So people would say, man, I don't want to be the meek. I don't want to be the poor in spirit. Like y'all made them without more spirit. Oh, poor you. Is that right? Because you're going to inherit the kingdom of God. No, blessed are them who are poor in spirit. In other words, who humbled themselves down in their mind and became as a little child and received these words, received these instructions. Blessed are those. They are giving me glory. They are cheering. They are full of life. Everything they do represent me. They are living like I told them to live. I told man to be good. I said, it is good. So it is good that I made them.
Yes. Beautiful.
They're going to inherit the kingdom of heaven.
Good.
But that's the way it's supposed to be. As the CC said. That's the way it's supposed to be. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
They're going to inherit the earth. The meek inherit the earth. Why other folks going to inherit the earth? Because they're not meek.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
They think they know everything. A king can't be a king until he learns.
Wow.
One thing about mythology, they take truth and they adjunct to it. And y'all know I know about Thor, the comic book, and they took a lot of it from, they really just took the name and a couple of stories. But in comic book land, Thor had to learn humility. That's why he was here on Earth in the first place, because he was too cocky.
Yep.
And in comic book land, what they did was they took Thor and they made him crippled. This great warrior, the warrior of warriors, they made him crippled.
That's right.
And he had his name was Donald Blake, and he had a staff that was a stick.
Yep.
His cane was a stick, and he had to hit the stick on the ground to turn into Thor.
Yep.
He'd get in trouble or whatever. He had to have that stick. And if the hammer was away from him for more than a minute, Thor would turn back to Blake. And they always thought there was two different people. Blake and Thor. Blake thought he just had the power of Thor because he said, well, pick this hammer, she had the power of Thor.
Right.
So Blake thought, I hit this thing on the ground, I hit the power of Thor. No, I turned into Thor. And I'm a different person. So he's running around Thor doing all this stuff. And then he found out that Odin had tricked him again. That Donald Blake was always Thor.
Right.
He never was not Thor. But Odin made him think he was crippled and thought he was a human. Took away his memory. So man, think in his heart, so is he.
Right.
So in order to teach him humility, he took away all his ability to be great and made him humble himself
Wow.
and learn how to be great without the strength and the power.
Right. Right.
Is God in here?
I hear you. I hear you.
I told you that they take truths. They did that the same way with Hercules.
Yep.
But Hercules, he had to learn how to be humility. So they, in mythology, he killed his family.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing he loved in this world was his family. He killed them. His 2 sons. That's all he wanted was a son. He killed the son. Killed the only woman he ever really, really loved. In a mad rage. And then to pay off that, what he did, he went and he did. That's where the 12 labors of Hercules come from. He went to do 12 labors as an act of repenting. So he went and he did all these spectacular things to learn humility. And you look at me, why you bringing those? Those are mythology, but they take a truth that Yah meant for us to learn.
Right.
Things happen so that we may learn humility. When we try to exalt ourselves too high, as Nimrod did, he has to bring us down.
Yep.
So we can learn humility. In the same way it is in life. As this little child, when a child starts acting crazy, you have to discipline him.
Yep. Bring them down.
And say, listen, that's not for you. But sometimes kids get in their minds that they're greater than what they are. They can handle things that they cannot handle.
Yep.
And you know they can't handle it, but they won't listen.
Yeah.
So you got 2 choices: let them kill themselves, or you pull a firm hand and say, no. No, you're not ready for that. And I ain't talking about little things. It's the truth anyhow. You're going to give a 5-year-old a shotgun because he think he can go hunting now? And they really believe in their mind they can do it.
Yep.
And in your mind, you shoot that shotgun, it's going to knock your chest off.
Yeah.
I'm a fight.
There are many people who have no teeth because they're shooting a gun.
Yeah.
Dead in the mouth.
Oh.
Y'all hear what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we see this humility thing has benefits. Being humble is not easy. It's not nothing to feel sorry for. It is power. I was reading the Marvel versus DC last night. I'm always reading something. And I was reading it yesterday. And this particular version, they had Thor fighting Captain Marvel, Shazam. And so Thor and Captain Marvel was fighting. And so they fighting, and Captain Marvel, Shazam said, this is stupid. We should, anybody know about Shazam? Shazam kicked Superman butt plenty of times. Shazam said, this is stupid. This is stupid. We should be devising a plan to stop this madness. And Thor said, that is true. So if you want to surrender, I'll take your surrender and then you can go use the time to think about how to stop it. Because if we don't fight, our universe dies. And then Captain Marvel said, well, I said, that's nice, but I'd rather use the power of Zeus and Hercules and throw this Ferris wheel at you, because those guys were meeting with a disc. And so he threw the disc at Thor, and Thor with the hammer breaks the thing and knocks it back down to him and pins Captain Marvel. Because the rules is if you pin them, if you make them unmovable for 1 minute, for 1 second, they say 1 second, then you win. Because these are so powerful beings, they'll fight forever. They just want you to make them immovable. So he hit the thing and Captain Marvel is pinned to the ground. Captain Marvel said, oh, I can't be pinned for a second. So he said, Shazam! And the lightning hit. And he turned back to a little small building.
Yes.
With a crawl.
Uh-huh.
And Thor looked at him and said, oh, you're only powerful if I let you be powerful. Then you get your strength from lightning, huh?
Oh.
And then he said, well, at least, he said, you weak as a mortal. He said, well, at least you ain't crippled.
Whoa.
Talking to his character.
Yeah.
And Captain Marvel said, Shazam, and Thor stopped the lightning. And he ended up winning. Because he was going to Thor control lightning.
Right.
And I was looking at that, and Thor was saying, at least you're not crippled in your repentance, in what you have to go through.
Right.
He said, when I turn to a human, I can't even walk without a cane.
Wow.
And see, people look at the outside and start feeling sorry. And you just being humble.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
knowing inside you're powerful.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Not
true.
knowing inside you
I
want
hear
to joke.
that. I hear that.
You're strong.
I hear that.
And I tell you, I tell you, don't underestimate me.
Oh man.
Don't forget to estimate me. You don't know me like that. Let me know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I hear you, Pastor.
See, your power is on the inside. And you have to learn how to humble yourself. And I found out, I'm telling you the truth, and this is no lie. Okay, stop. I found out that when you know you can do something, you don't have to prove it to nobody.
That's true. That's
Yes.
Yes.
That's the truth, isn't it?
That's the truth right there.
When I was a young warthog,
When he was a young warthog.
I used to always think I had to prove myself.
Wow.
What?
Somebody want to challenge me in rap, I used to rap. Somebody want to challenge me in lifting weight, I used to lift weight. Somebody want to challenge me in running, I used to run. After a while, I knew I was good. I don't care. People pay money to see me play.
Yes. Yes.
I want you.
Enough said.
You right?
I said, that's what I got, and it wasn't a cocky thing.
Yeah.
It was an humbleness in me,
Right,
knowing
right.
that I'm not to prove myself to you, young buck.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
When you come to the school, you buy a magazine, it's my face you're looking at, it's me on the cover.
Yeah.
So why should I have to prove myself to you? Because you doubt my abilities.
Boy, you preaching.
People pay money to
Yes.
see what you get to see for free. Better try
Ah.
to appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I stopped
see,
trying to
that's real.
prove myself.
Wow.
Oh man.
That's the truth anyhow.
Yeah.
And even, when I started working with Darden, I stopped trying to prove myself. Listen, I know I'm a bad man. And I ain't talk cocky to him.
Right.
But I knew what I can do.
Uh-huh.
And I knew what I was doing was great. And I knew if you compare me to anybody else, I come up to the top. There is none like me.
Right.
And I always gave y'all the glory.
Yep.
Always gave it to them. And I did not try to prove myself anymore. I just do what they say. You're putting out, we need you on the line by yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else will have a fit. This is why I make money. This is how I make my money. Because I can do what nobody else can do.
Yeah.
And see, we don't understand that concept. And we think that person's so stupid. You just letting them dog you out. Blah, 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 blah. You know what he's saying that?
No.
But so-and-so can tell me what to do. You know what he's saying that? Then you tell them all the time, you need to leave your wife. You need to da 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 da. Like so-and-so can tell me what to do. You know what he's saying that? Divorce. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you humble, I just want you to understand that. I'm going to stop. Too much time. When you humble yourself down, and you understand who you are in your shoe, you don't worry about pain, you don't worry about sickness, you don't worry about disease, you don't worry about death. Y'all hear me? I was laying in the bed last night, and I was thinking, of the bad time I went through. And I had peace. You know why I had peace? Because I've been there, done that.
Oh man.
I done died and he brought me back. I've been in a coma, he brought me back. I stopped breathing, he brought me back. Been there, done that.
Yep.
So I'm not crazy about it, but I ain't afraid. And you know why I'm not afraid? Because I trust in him.
Oh man.
Guess what? When I got sick, I was doing ministry.
That's true.
I was doing ministry. I was doing what he told me to do. You think Yeshua was afraid going to the cross? That's where he's supposed to be at.
Wow. Wow.
Everybody else said, if you're the son of God, get off the cross. If you're the son of God, come on, show your power. And what Yeshua said, I'm supposed to be there.
Yep.
That's what I'm supposed to do. But you ain't the son of God.
Said like that.
The Messiah don't act like that. The Messiah pull the rules. Come on, I'm gonna see something. I came all the kids gotta see something.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least turn some fish into wine.
Turn the
Yes.
Oh,
Fish. It's
You always wonder, I know I did, I used to wonder how Yeshua didn't say nothing.
I know, right?
I can almost hear, man, I bet they were saying stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, nigga, some more clouds. You took off all your clouds. Let us say something. Shazam, Yeshua. Hallelujah, Shazam. They had to be saying stupid stuff.
Yes.
Because anything outside of what the Father told him to do. Yeshua, you know, usually he rebuked people before
Yeah.
he disappeared.
Yeah.
You read about it, he'll say, get thee behind me, Satan.
Yep.
He wouldn't answer him.
Yeah.
And he would say, you are the fifth son to me. You know, he, like when the devil came in the head, get behind me, Satan.
Yeah.
So Peter, get behind me, Satan. You know, I don't got no time for this foolishness. They're trying to kill me, I just walk right through them.
Yeah.
I have no time for this. Then they ask him stupid questions. And they hear right stuff on the dirt. Yeah. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. Now everybody got the hush mouth.
Yeah.
All these things. And then when it was time for him to defend himself,
Yeah.
he said, yes, say you're the Son of God. He said, you said the Lord. And he was through with it. Whatever.
Wow.
He let his words be few.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. He did not have to explain himself,
Yeah.
but he humbled himself,
Yes.
even unto death.
Even on some
He died doing ministry.
Wow.
Yeshua, I heard you was the king. Come on, man, do something. Get us off of that car. You know we down with you. I remember you. I saw you in Galilee. Hurry up. I seen you. I know you can do it. Man, you're sorry. You ain't got an opportunity to show your greatness. You sorry. Man, you gonna feed people with bread and water and you can't get off the car. What kind of sorry you is?
Oh, boy, you're right, though.
And he said, shut up. Don't worry about Paul. He ain't got a lick of sense. This day you're gonna be with me in paradise, you should say. Told her one thing, and one man, and how did he confess his sin? What did he do? What did he say? What did he say? He said, you are who you say you are.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said, you sure? He said, you sure? Remember me when you get home?
Yes.
When you get the way you rule that, remember me.
Yes.
And Yeshua said, this day, you're going to be with me in paradise. You got to let Pete go, though. Pete know what he's talking about.
Yes.
Bye, Pete.
I told you to shut up, Pete.
I bet in the grave, he thought, I want to go. You ain't right. I saw it too.
Wow.
You know the dead got up and walked. And when I was watching the show this morning, the dude was talking about how the Jewish writings, they stayed out of the grave as long as Yeshua did. He was out of the grave a long time. And said they went and they ministered and was a witness that he went down to where they at.
Yeah.
And there was two, this according to the guy on TV, I hadn't checked that out, but he was two, and they got in their writings, the Pharisees, and they said there's two guys that were Pharisees, and they were secretly disciples of Yeshua. And said, but they had died though, before Yeshua had went to the cross. But while they was alive, they followed Yeshua. And said, they called, when Yeshua came back from the grave, those two was walking around, going in the temple, going in there and testifying about Yeshua.
Wow.
And it said that when the Pharisees, the high priest, called them in and wanted to know what were they doing, you know, how they faked their death, what was going on. And they would not speak to them.
Wow.
But they wrote it down on a piece of paper. But they would not speak to him. They wrote it down, everything that happened, and it was saying Yeshua came where he was at.
Yeah.
And he loosed us from ourselves. He was held captive.
Wow.
And he came and he loosed us. and he brought us out. When he came up, he brought us with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's that, you know, you see the scripture say he led captivity
Yeah.
captive. and
Yeah.
Right.
He went down first to hell, where the people were kept there,
Yeah.
and he let them free. And people are like, oh man, wow, you know, nobody even talk about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that's not in scripture, but it's in there.
Yeah.
About the, he went down, and so when they came up, when Yeshua ascended, they went up too.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And people just deny and deny. And the big head people who know everything, you know, say stupid stuff to have people sinning.
Yeah.
But those who know, you ever notice they be quiet?
Yeah. There you go.
Because they got wisdom. Amen.
Amen.
Don't get the big head. Say I got to stay humble.
I got to stay humble.
Oh man, sorry I'm running out of time, y'all. Come on, get a father hand, clap and scream. You not got anything to say before we get out of here?
Don't let them
Go ahead, man.
Just as you were talking about, you know, just you experience a lot of stuff and people come up to you like, you know, and they try to ask you to prove stuff. I go through that almost every day because people who never see me or never heard of me, they're like, well, why you get this and how you get that and, you know, how I, you know, and all this stuff. And, you know, I have people actually defending me. I don't have to say nothing. So a lot of times I want to say something like, man, do you know what I did 10 years ago when you was sitting in school, high school, learning how to suck a bottle with a straw? You know, I've been doing this stuff so long. They come along a year later and they, you know, they think they know everything. But I have to go through that all the time. And I still got my desktop picture. It's like a long time ago, RTM message, you said, stay humble. I still got that on my desktop. It said big words, just 2 words, stay humble. And I have to look at that every single day because I have to remember who I am and I can't be boasting and braggadocious.
Yes.
So,
Come on, everybody. That's very good. Anybody else got something to say? It is the truth anyhow. And that, what Mr. Moore said is so true, because if anybody can brag, he can.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know about him, and they come out in blue, and I've been there and done that, so what are you talking about?
Sit down.
And, you know, that's why I'm in ministry. I remember I told one guy, you know, he came to the ministry, and then he heard a little bit about me. He told my son, well, where was that when you was doing all this stuff? I guess you were home with your wife. I don't know where you was at. You know, I was going around, you know, doing tent crusades and studying everywhere. And
Yeah.
Always
I don't know what you were doing. That's how you get to be. I don't know. I just woke up one morning and my father told me what to do, and I done it. Like I do every morning. Sitting in my living room. Where you was at when I had all those knuckleheads sitting in my living room talking about Bible study?
Hey.
Yeah.
No, that was before you.
Oh, okay.
They had a whole nothing but knuckleheads. And my wife used to be looking at me like she want to kill me.
Yes.
We had about 10 knuckleheads sitting up in there.
Wow.
That's the truth. And that's when I had learned. You know what I learned from that?
What?
When you have Bible study, you teach and they study. People love to debate.
Oh,
Yes,
goodness.
yes, yes.
You teach, you say what y'all say, and then at the end, you got something to say. I made her, I said, listen, this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you what y'all say. I just say God, then tell you what God said. And then if you wanna comment on what after I finish, you can do that. But other than that, I ain't with that. What you learned and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Like people have all these different messages, and they didn't know how to share. They always wanted to preach.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta go preach somewhere else, because you can preach up in here.
Yeah.
Amen?
Amen.
Anyway, that's a long story. Amen. That's it?
Yeah.
All right, my humble warriors. Come on, let me hear ya. One more again, one more again, one more again. Oh, yeah. Come on, get a father hand clap. Praise. You I want to continue. Next time we're gonna go deeper. I'm trying not to talk so much. I hope you learned something. Did y'all learn something?
Yes.
You know, I really want to go deep. I really want to get off. I want to get through Matthew 2. I'm telling you, man, it's amazing. I want to get through Matthew 27, one of the years.
Wait, Matthew?
Proverbs 2 and 7. I want to get off of one of the years because what we just went over, I didn't have in my notes.
I told you what.
I sat up here and the Father told me to go over bless. And I thought it was going to be 5 seconds. It turned into the whole class.
Copious notes.
Yeah, we did one line we're going to get in here today. Yeah, we did. We got one line.
You called it.
And I just wrote that. But okay, there's not one. Listen, we continue on your reading. Go ahead and study. Keep studying so you have feedback. I want feedback. I want you to develop your study while I'm here to give you a chance to see where y'all's leading you. And if you're hearing from y'all, and if you're not hearing from y'all, that's why I give you what we're going to talk about. And for those who don't know, when you get the scriptures that we're talking about, real quick, there's no mystery. I know Proverbs 2 and 7, and Matthew 5 and 3, Matthew 5 and 5, we just did those. 1 Peter 3, 1 through 7. Matthew 21 and 5, Matthew 13, 44 through 46. Those are the ones we come to. Did I say Philip?
No.
Philippians 2, 5 through 8. Philippians 2. Those are the ones we're studying that go with this humility. Amen?
Amen.
And so far we only did 5, 5 and 5, 3. And next week, because we don't have to review them on time. Amen?
Amen.
Heard the humble words is now 1:33. We will be dismissed and you will assemble our back again. 2:30. Let's say 2:45. We have about 15 minutes. We're back at 2:45 and then we'll be here. We're going to do CDC and we got zone today.
Okay.
Both of them?
The CC dance song or the song?
It's a mystery.
No.
We'll do zone when we get back. And then after zone, I'll tell you if we're going to do CDC or whatever.
You said both of them?
Huh?
Still both of them?
Yeah, we're looking. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. You are dismissed.
Award.